So does that mean that only metals and non-metals can react to form compounds?
No. You see, there's another group of compounds called the covalent compounds. These are formed when two non-metals react together.
Hang on. Most of the non-metals are in groups 5, 6 and 7. So they will have 5 or more electrons in their outer shells. So surely that means they need to gain more electrons.
You're right. They all need to gain more electrons, but they do that by sharing their outer electrons.
Sharing?
Look, here's two non-metals, carbon and oxygen.
The carbon atom has 4 electrons in its outer shell, so it needs 4 more to make a full shell of 8. The oxygen atom already has 6 outer electrons, so it needs another 2 to make a full shell.
Right. So now this is what happens in covalent bonding. The carbon atom shares 2 of its electrons with the oxygen atom, and the oxygen atom shares 2 of its electrons with the carbon atom.
Okay, so now the oxygen atom has 8 outer electrons, but the carbon atom only has 6.
Correct. But along comes another oxygen atom, which again shares 2 of its electrons with the carbon atom.
Hey, clever. So now the carbon atom has 8 outer electrons.
As do each of the oxygen atoms. We call this sharing of electrons covalent bonding, and it gives us a covalent compound. In this case, carbon dioxide.
Okay, so in covalent compounds, the atoms fill up their outer electron shells by sharing some of their electrons. And this covalent bonding can only occur between a non-metal and a non-metal.
Whereas metals will react with non-metals to form ionic compounds. And here, atoms either lose or gain electrons to form ions.
So in ionic compounds, the atoms swap electrons. And in covalent compounds, the atoms share electrons. I never realised chemicals could be so friendly.